So hello and welcome back, guys. Welcome to another edition, another second episode of my vlog. So welcome back, guys. So I'll start by giving you some quote from a Chinese proverb which says that the first kind of success which you'll achieve is success through inner peace. The moment you have inner peace, everything else will go straight forward. So today we're going to break down some 7 most influential parts that may help you to gain your inner peace. So the first one is set yourself some limits. So most of the time we feel like if you can do almost everything at once, and we all know that we are humans. We also have some breaking points. There are some points that you can't pass because sometimes you feel exhausted. You can't do all things once. So most of the time we give ourselves too much work, not having limits. So you feel exhausted at the end of it all. Most of the time we feel exhausted. You feel as if you lack energy to do anything else. So this will lead to you having lost your inner peace because you feel as if you are obliged to do something greater than yourself. So if you want first to gain your energy, to have that positive energy in you, the first thing you need to do is set yourself some limits. I say that there are some points, there's some places that you can't go beyond because it is against your limits. You also need to rest. You don't need to prove anything to no one. Just set yourself some limits that beyond this time or beyond this point, I'm not able to go on, and just rest. You remember tomorrow is another day. You'll continue doing anything that you want. So you don't have to lack inner peace because you need to prove yourself right or you need to prove someone else's point as right or anything else. You're only perfect the way you are. So set yourself some limits. So another one is declustering your environment. What does declustering mean? Declustering means arranging your environment in a different way. Maybe there's a way that you're used to arranging your environment. Let's take for example your room. There's a certain type of way you're used to arranging your room. So once you decluster your environment, you even create room for more thinking, getting more brighter ideas and everything. When you stay in one environment most of the time for long enough, you'll find yourself that you're becoming part of this environment, and thus there are things which you are not able to control. Maybe let's take an example of a room. There's a certain type of room that you always arrange, and there's a certain thing that you know that I need to correct this. So when that one friend of yours, just a guest, comes home and sees that maybe this type of place is not well arranged, you'll end up feeling as discouraged, and you will end up as if this person has known most of your secrets. So when you decluster your environment most of the time, you'll find that you are creating more thinking capacity, and you're also arranging more ways that you're also creating more ways that your thinking capacity is going to grow. You get me? So most of the time organizing yourself also makes you think clearly, and thinking clearly also helps in having yourself inner peace. So another one is starting early. What does starting early bring on the table? So most of the time you'll find that starting early gives you a head start among each and every person. You have a lot of time in your hands. So there's an expression which says, I have 25 hours. Most people have 24 hours, but others have 25 hours in their hands. So logically there's no person who have 25 hours, but this person having 25 hours because this person starts early in everything that they do. Maybe they are the 5 a.m. club. These people start early and gain anything that you do. So when you start early in everything that you do, whether it's getting up for work or anything that you do, you always have extra time in your hand which you can do anything. You can spare time, and thus you reduce some pressure on yourself. Get me? So another one is accepting things and just letting things go. You see, most of the time you'll find that maybe someone did something to you, or maybe you are supposed to do something in your past that you gain, until now you haven't done it, or maybe you're holding regret. So what you need to know is that there are things you can't control, and there are things, as time goes by, there are things you cannot control. As time goes by, you get weary of them. It's like carrying the same language over the years. Of course you'll get tired. So once you know that not everyone is perfect, just accept your flaws. Know that sometimes, yes, I mess. I can do things which I'm not proud of, But the moment you start realizing that these things, each and every person messes, each and everyone has regrets, but the only person who grows is the only person which knows that these flaws, they are not meant to break you down, but they are meant to grow you so that you can know in another part, in another aspect of life, that you also gain experience and you know these things, that when I do like this, maybe sometimes you'll fall, and you also become examples to people. You also give examples to these people. So don't overweight yourself with these baggage like I could have done that. Maybe what if I could have done that in the past? No, you didn't do that. No, the only thing that's left for you is to focus on the present and only live on the present. What are you supposed to do in the present that may help shape your future? So another thing which most people suffer about is the fifth point, that is stop guessing. It's like a disease where you want to know what the other person thinks about you, or you want to know how this person perceives about you. You see, so most of the time you'll feel as if one of your friends or someone takes you for granted. You see, so what this leads to, it leads to most of the time a low self-esteem, because there's a way you can look at a person and maybe think that this person, the way he thinks of me is not great. This person, the way he perceives of me is not great. Maybe he sees me as something which I'm not full or something. So what I always tell people, don't try to think on behalf of others. Each and every person has their own minds. Each and every person has their own problems with everything that you are facing. So instead of just guessing and trying to think, oh, what could this person be thinking about me, first of all, go and talk to them. Just open your heart and talk to them. Bro, I feel like this, I feel like this and this and this. Maybe if he's a great person, if maybe he's an understanding person, he'll tell you, oh, you know what, I don't even think I like that. And most of the time you'll find 90% of what you think about others is wrong. So if he or she is an understanding person, you'll find that they are talking to you, telling you, I'm sorry, I didn't think the way I was acting was wrong or something. And you just explain to yourself. But if you open up to someone and they don't even talk back to you or anything, just don't feel as if you're just blabbering or something. No, that is the first step towards maturity, the first step towards everything. The moment you start opening up to yourself, you find even greater person. So it's like you have moved another step. Don't blame yourself for someone not accepting you the way you are. Okay, so stop guessing about any other people and stop guessing about what they think about you. Okay, you'll find inner peace when you start talking, actually communicating with them. So another way that you can gain inner peace is stop procrastination. Procrastination leads to building up a lot of stress, a lot of work for you. The moment that you want to do all this work on yourself, you find that you're binding up a lot of stress, and this always takes away your energy. So stop procrastination. This will help you gain your inner peace. So another one, the last point, that's the seventh point, is remember, tomorrow is always another day. You see, tomorrow is always another day. The task that you're supposed to complete by today, it doesn't matter if you don't complete it by today. Just tomorrow, remember, just tomorrow is another day. You can always get ahead with what you wanted. You can always finish your project. You can always do anything. Don't stress yourself with all much of those things. Just know that tomorrow is another day, and we are here for the most of the days. We are here for a longer period of time. So just don't stress it. Always remember, tomorrow is another day. You always find a chance to do what you want, and you'll always find even a good energy. So above all, in everything that I'll tell you, above all, just prayer. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the solution. Prayer is the answer. So that's been my time. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share with all your friends, and let us grow this channel together. Thank you.